It is now time, though, to take an in-depth look at what's making news this morning. And we're joined by media trainer and crisis management consultant Steve Carey. Steve, good morning.
Good morning.
Crisis management. If you were looking after a football club and one of your star players had made a homophobic slur, would you drag things out, try and get a lesser sentence, end up having to do what you had to do anyway, but just making it a media story for, what, nearly 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's gone on and on and on, hasn't it? And I think the thing I'd say about that yesterday, and of course we're talking about Izak Rankine and his apology last night, he didn't look comfortable. He didn't look confident. He looked stressed. That's not what you want to see as well.
Yeah. One thing I noticed was just how lonely he looked as well.
Yeah, so what I would say as a crisis manager and media trainer and all the rest is pick your moment. Take the time to get your person that you're looking after right and ready and comfortable. What I would say about it is bringing him out after he's come from a long-haul flight speaks to me about the urgency that they think that they'd put on it, which they'd done themselves. There are a couple of ways they could have handled it. One, they could have had it much sooner, obviously. If you couldn't, you'd have him perhaps managed and looked after overseas in a video statement. What I would have done would have been, OK, he's back from overseas, we're going to call a media conference today. Yeah. Not last night, not last minute. It looked rushed, it looked hasty, it looked unthought. And what's going to happen is it hasn't stopped the story. What it's done is generated, and we're talking about it, the fact that it was managed badly. What they should have done was do it this morning around 10 o'clock, invite everyone, give him time to get his thoughts together, support him.
And also get some people behind him to say, we as a club own this.
Yeah.
So not this bloke at the airport on his own. I mean, look, that was his very large error, very offensive to a lot of people, very hurtful.
Absolutely.
But there's a culture around this person that has to also...
So at the core, there's the apology, and unfortunately that apology, while it's been heard, hasn't had the cut-through that it should have, because we're talking rightly about the way it was managed. So the lesson there for anybody who's starting out is make sure that your talent, because that's what they are, is looked after. Make sure that the message is done properly. Make sure that the people that you're trying to get the message to actually hear it and he's supported. And getting him out at 6 o'clock thinking that journos won't be there, this has just meant that the news cycle continues, and it continues on a negative, not a positive. It should have been he's come out and apologised. What we're doing now is we're playing catch-up, and there's damage control being done.